Hello my dear students of GCE A-Level. Welcome to Kavin English Learning Channel. Today, we are going to learn some past paper questions on General English. Okay, are you ready? Come see what are the questions we are going to discuss today. Okay, let's read the question now. Combine the following pairs of sentence using a suitable conjunction from those given in brackets. Okay, they have given you two sentences. You have to combine the following pairs of sentence using suitable conjunction given in the bracket. Conjunction தெரியும் உங்களுக்கு இணைப்பிடை சொற்கள். அதாவது ரெண்டு சென்டென்சஸ் நாங்க இணைக்கணும் என்று சொல்லி சொன்னா இந்த conjunction அதை நாங்க கூடுதலாக யூஸ் பண்ண வேண்டி இருக்கு. So, let's read the question now. First one, the theater was crowded. We managed to find a seat in the balcony. Within brackets, if, although, since. Second question, I asked for some financial support. She gave me 10,000 rupees. Here you can see as soon as, unless, as long as. These are called conjunction. Third question, he stared at me for a few seconds. He had never seen me before. Until, after, as if. The teacher will not accept any excuse. You give a valid reason. If, unless, while. We have to wait at home. We receive a letter from our university. But, as if, until. Okay, my dear students, please write down these questions in your exercise book and try to answer these questions of your own. We'll check the answers in a little later. Okay, now let's check the answers. The theater was crowded. We managed to find a seat in the balcony. So we can write as, although the theater was crowded, we managed to find a seat in the balcony. அதாவது தியேட்டர் crowd-ஆ இருந்தது, நாங்க ஒரு சீட் எப்படியாவது எடுத்துட்டோம் என்ற ரெண்டு சென்டென்ஸ் நாங்க நினைக்க போறோம். Although the theater was crowded, என்ன தியேட்டர்ல சன நெருக்கடி இருந்தாலும் கூட we managed to find a seat in the balcony. நாங்க பால்கனில ஒரு சீட் ஒன்று எடுக்கிறதுக்கு நாங்க எப்படியாவது எங்களுக்கு ஒரு சீட் கிடைச்சிட்டு. That is the meaning of this sentence. So you have to put the although the theater was crowded, we managed to find a seat in the balcony. Second one, I asked for some financial support. She gave me 10,000 rupees. நான் அவட்ட financial support கேட்டேன். அதுக்கு அவ எனக்கு 10,000 rupees தந்தவ. These are two sentences. As soon as I asked for some financial support, she gave me 10,000 rupees. அதாவது நான் கேட்ட உடனே அவட்ட காசு கேட்ட உடனே அவ எனக்கு 10,000 rupees அவ எனக்கு தந்தவ என்றதுக்கு நாங்க அப்படி எழுதலாம். So as soon as I asked for some financial support, she gave me 10,000 rupees. Okay, third question. He stared at me for a few seconds. அவர் என்ன அப்படியே பார்த்து கொண்டிருந்தார் கொஞ்சம் செகண்ட்ஸுக்கு. He had never seen me before. அவர் என்ன எப்பயுமே பார்க்காத மாதிரி. He stared at me for a few seconds as if he had never seen me before. அதாவது அவர் என்ன அப்படியே கொஞ்சம் செகண்ட் பார்த்து கொண்டிருந்தார், என்ன எப்பயுமே பார்க்காத ஆள் மாதிரி புதுசா பார்க்குற மாதிரி பார்த்தாருன்னு சொல்லுவோம். அதுதான். So he stared at me for a few seconds as if he had never seen me before. Fourth one, the teacher will not accept any excuse. You give a valid reason. If, unless, why. Unless you give a valid reason, the teacher will not accept any excuse. நீங்க ஒரு காரணத்தை தகுந்த காரணத்தை கூறும் வரையில டீச்சர் உங்களுடைய மன்னிப்பை ஏற்றுக்கொள்ள மாட்டார். அதான் unless you give a valid reason, The teacher will not accept any excuse. Fifth question. We have to wait at home. We receive a letter from our university. But, as if, until. We have to wait at home until we receive a letter from our university. நாங்கள் வந்து வீட்டில் வெயிட் பண்ணணும் எது வரைக்கும்னு சொல்லி சொன்னால் எங்களுக்கு லெட்டர் ஒன்று யூனிவர்சிட்டியால் கிடைக்கும் வரையும் நாங்கள் வந்து கொஞ்ச நேரம் வெயிட் பண்ணணும். ஸோ now it's clear for you how to answer this question, how to combine these sentences using suitable conjunction. Okay, please write down this question and answers also in your exercise book. We will move to the next question now. Okay, part B question, comprehension, 20 marks. Of the option given below, each sentence in bold print underline the one that best express its meaning. Right. உங்களுக்கு தந்திருக்கிற the first இதை பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, sometimes people don't appreciate what they have until they lose them. இப்போ இந்த கருத்துக்கு எது பொருத்தமான விடையோ நீங்க அதை தெரிவு செய்து அண்டர்லைன் பண்ணணும். Second one, the frock was fine as far as the color was concerned, but it wasn't of very good quality. Right. Third one, it is Nimal who first told me that the match had been cancelled. Had I known that Mr. Raghu was the chairman, I would have talked to him. Fifth one, I hurried to get to the bus stop only to find that I don't have enough to pay the fare. Okay. Now, please write down this question and underline the correct answer. We will check the answers in a little later. Okay, now let's check the answers. Sometimes people don't appreciate what they have until they lose them. அதாவது சில வேளையில பார்த்தீங்கன்னா மக்கள் வந்து தங்கள்கிட்ட இருக்கிறத வந்து எப்பயுமே திருப்திப்பட மாட்டாங்க. அதை எப்போ இழக்கிறாங்களோ அதுக்கு பிறகு அதோட பெருமதி தெரியுமென்ற மாதிரி. சம்டைம்ஸ் பீப்புள் டோன்ட் அப்ரிஷியேட் வாட் தே ஹேவ். அவங்கள்ட்ட என்ன இருக்குன்றதை வச்சு அவங்க திருப்தி அடைய மாட்டாங்க அன்டில் தே லூஸ் தேம். அது ஒன்று இல்லாம போகும் வரையும் அதோட அருமை தெரியாதுன்ற மாதிரி ஒரு கருத்து தான் வரப்போகுது. ஸோ சம்டைம்ஸ் பீப்புள் அப்ரிஷியேட் திங்ஸ் when it is too late. அது என்ன அர்த்தம்னு சொல்றாங்க? Sometimes people appreciate things when it is too late. அதாவது ஆட்கள் வந்து சில விஷயத்தை அப்ரிஷியேட் பண்ணுவாங்க இப்ப அது ஆகலும் காலம் கடந்த பிறகுதான் அதோட அருமை தெரியும்னு சொல்லுவோம். அதுதான் இதோட அர்த்தம். When people don't appreciate what they have, they lose them. That is the second point. Sometimes people appreciate the things that they often lose. People don't appreciate the things in their possession even if they lose them. So here the correct answer is first one. Sometimes people appreciate things when it is too late. Second one, the frock was fine as far as the color was concerned, but it wasn't of very good quality. அந்த உடுப்பை அந்த சட்டையை பார்க்கறதுக்கு வந்து நல்லா இருக்கு, அந்த கலரை வச்சுக்கொண்டு பட் அந்த குவாலிட்டி தரம் வந்து நல்லம் இல்லையா. Though the color of the frock was fine, it was of a poor quality. So the fourth one is the correct answer. Though the color of the frock was fine, it was of a poor quality. Okay. Third question, it is Nimal who first told me that the match had been cancelled. நிமால் தான் எனக்கு சொன்னவர் மேட்ச் வந்து கேன்சல் ஆயிட்டு ஃபர்ஸ்டா சொன்னது யாரு? நிமால் என்று சொல்லப்படுது. So the answer is I don't know that the match had been cancelled until Nimal told me. எனக்கு தெரியாது the match cancel ஆயினு நிமால் சொல்லும் வரை. So second one is the correct answer. Fourth one, had I known that Mr. Raghu was the chairman, I would have talked to him. So the correct answer is I did not know that Mr. Raghu was the chairman, so I did not talk to him. That is the correct answer. So third one is the correct answer. Fifth question. I hurry to get to the bus stop only to find that I don't have enough to pay the fare. I hurry to get to the bus stop only to find that I don't have enough to pay the fare. நான் பஸ் ஸ்டாப்புக்கு ஓடி போனேன், அப்பதான் தெரியும் எனக்கு என் கையில காசு இல்லை கட்டணத்துக்கு. I hurry to get to the bus stop, but I found that I was short of money to pay for the bus. என்னட்ட போதுமான காசு இல்லைன்னு நான் பஸ் ஸ்டாப்புக்கு போன பிறகு எனக்கு தெரிய வந்தது. So the second one is the correct answer. So my dear students, please write down this question and answer in your exercise book. Okay, read the following text and do the activity that following. Right. உங்களுக்கு ஒரு டெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன்று தந்திருக்கிறாங்க, நீங்க அதை வாசிச்சு அந்த ஆக்டிவிட்டியை செய்ய போறீங்க. ருகுனு பிளான்டேஷன்ஸ் பிளேஸ் சேல்ஸ் ஆஃப் யூஸ்ட் மோட்டார் வெஹிக்கிள்ஸ், அதாவது பாவிச்ச மோட்டார் வெஹிக்கிளுடைய சேல்ஸ். Offers are invited for the sale of following company owned and maintained vehicles. Vehicle type தந்திருக்குது, vehicles என்னன்னு தந்திருக்குது, location of inspection. The above vehicles could be inspected at the given address from 2nd September to 12th September 2018 during weekdays from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. excluding Mondays. Sealed offers must be deposited in the tender boxes available at the inspection locations before 4 p.m. on 13th September 2018. Tender forms could be obtained from the address given below and location of inspection at ₹100, non-refundable per form. A separate tender form should be submitted for each vehicle. A refundable deposit of 2,500 each for a motorcycle and ₹5,000 each for a double cab should be made with each offer. Further details can also be obtained from the company website. General Manager, Rukunu Plantation Place, 344 Main Street, Mathura. Web address www.rukunueplc.lk. Please read this text carefully and try to answer the questions. You have given the true or false questions, so please read down this question carefully and try to answer accurately. We will check the answer in a little later. Okay, now let's check the answers. Write true or false beside each sentence in the space provided. First one, the present owner of the vehicle Yamaha 125 GA45XX is Ruhunu Plantation Place. That is true. An interested person can inspect the vehicle on Monday 10th September 2018 at 10 a.m. No, that is false. They have mentioned Monday is the closing time. Prospective bidders can submit tenders online using the company website. That is false. A person who wants to buy Toyota Hilux 5942XS can be obtained the tender form only at Ruhunu Estate Place, Jeniaya. That is false. A total refundable amount of ₹15,000 should be deposited by a person who intends to purchase all the 4 vehicles mentioned here. That is true. So please check the answers and also correct your answers with my answers. Write down if it is wrong. Okay, third question. Read the following part of the poem written by D.H. Lawrence and do the activities that follows. They have given you a poem. So please recite this poem carefully and try to answer the questions that follows. The blinds are drawn because of the sun, and the boys and the room in the colorless gloom of underwater float. Bright ripples run across the walls as the blinds are blown to let the sunlight in, and as I sit on the shores of the class alone, watch the boys in their summer blouses as they ride their round heads busily bowed, and one after another roses his face to look at me, to ponder very quietly, as seeing he does not see, and then he turns again with a little glad thrill of his work. He turns again from me, having found what he wanted, having got what was to be had, and very sweet it is while the sunlight waves in the ripening morning to sit alone with the class and feel the stream of awakening ripple and pass from me to the boys whose brightening souls it lives for this little hour. Okay, please read this poem again and again and try to answer the questions. You can see the questions now. Please read the questions and try to answer very quickly. We will check the answers in a little later. Underline the most appropriate response. Where is the speaker at the time of describing this event? And the speaker எங்க இருந்து describe பண்றார்? In his classroom. அவரோட classroom. So, the third question is the correct answer. Write true or false in the space provided. All the boys here are blind. That is false. The speaker is happy to see the boys at work. That is true. Who or what does the pronoun in the bold print in the poem refer to? They refer to boys. Write one word from the poem which means the same as the following. A feeling of excitement or pleasure. That is thrill. So my dear students, please write down this question and try to answer these questions. Okay, next question. Read the following passage and do the activities that follows. The California Department of Health warned that people need to keep their cell phones several feet away from them to reduce radiation exposure and health risk. The department has given guidelines for reducing exposure to cell phone radiation amid evidence that the use of cell phones may be linked to cancer and mental health issues. Cell phones transmit information using low-frequency radio signals, which may expose us to unhealthy radiation, especially when downloading large files. Research has not been able to prove definitely that cell phone radiation is dangerous, but there have been enough studies suggesting the risk, especially for children, according to the department. The radio frequency emergency cell phones are at the bottom of the radiation risk list, but research suggests that our frequent close-range exposure to cell phones may be enough to endanger us. Keeping a phone directly on the body has never been a good idea, says Dr. Derva Davis of the Environmental Health Trust. In fact, cell phone producers themselves seems to agree with the view that close-range exposure to cell phones is dangerous. For example, most of them have taken action to provide an RF exposure notice in the phone setting. They also give us advice for reducing exposure by using speakerphones or hands-free accessories. Unfortunately, Most of the people are not aware that there is a clear warning to keep the phone away from the body, says Dr. Davis. Okay, my dear students, please read this text carefully. It's a very easy text to read and you can understand it is about a cell phone and the risk while we exposure the cell phone's radiation. So please read the text carefully and try to answer the questions given below. Here you can see the questions part. So please write down this question and try to answer of your own. We will check the answers in a little later. Okay, write true or false beside each sentence in the space provided. First one. According to the California Department of Health, only children are affected by the radiation in cell phones. That is false. Everyone will affect by the radiation of the cell phone, but children are affected mostly. So here the statement is false. Low frequency radio signals could contain unhealthy radiation for human beings. That is true. Many cell phone producers completely ignore the harmful effects of the radiation on their customers. That is false. They have already mentioned about it. Second question, underline the most appropriate response. Which of the following is directly mentioned as the option of Dr. Devra Davis? அதாவது Devra Davis சொன்னதை வச்சு இது டிரெக்டா அவ சொன்ன ஒப்பீனியனா இருக்குது. The RF energy cell phones may not be very harmful to users என்றதா. Cell phones transmit information using low frequency radio signals. It is not wise to keep a cell phone directly on one's body and அவ சொன்னவர். RF exposure notices in phone setting can be very effective. So, according to Dr. Devra Davis, it is not wise to keep the cell phone directly on one's body. So, third one is the correct answer. Who or what does the pronoun in the bold print in the final paragraph refer to? உங்களுக்கு பாத்தீங்கன்னு சொல்லுன்னா them and போட்டிருக்குது final paragraphல. So it is referred to the cell phone producers. So here you can write producers or cell phone producers according to your wish. Okay, my dear students, please write down this question and also answer correctly. Okay, my dear students, hope you all enjoyed and understood today's lesson very well. So please practice this type of questions and try to study well. Thanks for watching my video. I will meet you soon with an interesting lesson later. Bye.